What's up, my loves? It's your girl Diamond, and I am back with the season finale of Growing Up Hip Hop. So glad the season's over. Let's get into it. Vanessa meets up with Aaliyah and Tanise about just girl talk, the girl talk. Tanise talks about the candlelit dinner that JoJo had set up for her. It was a really nice moment. It brought them back together, makes them feel like they were back at their first date. You know, old school vibes, first date vibes, right? They've opened up, they reconnected, can't ask for no more than that. So Aaliyah invites them to Eric's father's event, and they invite Sequoia. Now, Tanise has not met up with Sequoia, has not have any conversation, nothing at all. But she has been hearing from Vanessa and JoJo that this is not the same person that we've heard about or met last year. She's a totally different person. She was really genuine. She was very apologetic. She was very sweet. Now, Tanise don't know who that person is because I never heard a conversation from her no way, right? But then she was like, I don't even know if I want to talk to her because I don't feel like the person y'all are telling me is genuine, right? I don't feel it. Then she receives a DM to meet up and chat from Sequoia. And right now she doesn't know what to do about that. So, where am I at? So she's going to see. Then we get Egypt and Peppa. She tells Peppa she's getting married tomorrow. It's an elopement. She wants to know what's the rush? Are you pregnant? Do you not understand the situation? And are you pregnant? What's the rush? She just feels like because his court case got pushed back, I don't want to wait any longer. I have been putting all of my energy into this court case that he has, and I just want to be in a happy moment right now. I want to be married to him. I don't wait no longer. But she's like, I get it, but do you not understand the circumstances that might happen if he gets sentenced? He might get jail time. Do you not see what's going on here? She said, I do, but I just don't care. She's like, are you pregnant? No, she's not pregnant. Thank God, crisis averted. But again, it's kind of like you had all these dreams and plans to have a big wedding, a dress, the right place, the right venue. Now you want to say you want to have a simple Vegas chapel wedding? Really? Does your father know about this? No, they're going to tell them tomorrow. Oh my God, you gave me no notice about this. But I'm with Peppa. She just feels like I don't think my daughter is really recognizing how serious they could be. And I don't want my daughter to go through her first years of marriage with a man that's behind bars if he gets to that point. Like, you have no idea what the future can hold if you're married to him. She really was not here for it at all. And I wasn't even mad at it, okay? Because then, in the midst of telling her about this, she also, to my opinion, tells her, you were a shitty ass mother. You weren't there for me. Sam was there for me. Sam taught me things. We have learned from each other right in front of her mom's face. Because, yes, we all know that Peppa was over the road. She traveled. She was in her career and everything. And Egypt definitely guilt tripped Peppa into doing that. That's why she gave her everything. Because Peppa wasn't there. And right now, she throws it in her face that you weren't there for me. I'm like, damn, Egypt. So Peppa definitely felt the sting. I'm like, okay. Well, all right then. I'm gonna let you know since you're telling me all of this. I'm not even gonna let you know that I'm coming to your wedding. Cause obviously I've never tried to do anything to you, but love you, supports you. I never did anything. But okay. So we see Tanisa and Sequoia meet up. They have a conversation, and right now we just come to the point where Sequoia admitted that she took the compliment that Tanise said and overreacted from it. And Tanise also took accountability of not only did she realize she was 4 months pregnant, but she still wanted to have that energy towards Sequoia. And she never personally felt that Sequoia was coming at her, knowing that she was pregnant, because Sequoia did not know that she was pregnant. And Tanise said, "I didn't even feel like you was coming at me with knowing that I was pregnant. I forgot that I was pregnant at that point, and I still came back at you with that energy, and that wasn't right of me to do." So they both apologize, move forward, and now Sequoia feels like now that we've moved forward, where do we go from here? I don't expect for us to be friends, but how can we go about it? Can we coexist? Because we're both moms. I feel like we can have a lot to talk about. We can have a lot of common interest. And Tanise is definitely open to possibly developing a friendship with her because she said within 2 minutes of talking to her, this is a really sweet person. She is a really sweet girl. And I never knew that until I had to have that conversation with her. So I enjoyed that. I really, really did. Um, Then we get to Peppa. She's in LA. She FaceTimes Marine because she is just reeling from this bomb that Egypt dropped on her. And she told Marine that Egypt's getting married today. She said, "What you mean?" She is eloping. Marine was like, "No, no, 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 no. No, no, no. Are you serious? I thought she was getting married in Jamaica." That was the plan. Get married in Jamaica. They went through all of what happened last season to fight for the right to get married in Jamaica, as if it wasn't room for everybody to get married in Jamaica, because you guys are both from Jamaica. You guys have Jamaican roots. So Jamaica wasn't for one person, right? And even Pepper was like, I went through all of the drama for this to now want you to now say, I'd rather go to a chapel. So she just feels like, all right, then, now that you are about to be a wife, the situation is going to be different. Because as a mother, I was there for you. I supported you. I financially helped you. But right now, you're about to be a wife. Now, my job is done. I've raised you to be a grown adult, to make your own decisions. And you have made your grown decision to marry this man. That means he's now obligated to take care of you. He's obligated to help you out with things. It is not my job to hear you call me to ask me for money when you got a whole husband right here. You really don't know what comes with now I'm a mom versus then you not having a husband who's supposed to take care of you and provide for you, because that's his job. My job is done. All I've done was being a parent and raised you. His job is to provide a home for you and a life for you. And that's what Marine told Tahiri. She said, I'm not supporting my daughter and her husband. That's not what I'm supposed to do. And I'm not even mad at that, because it's like what Pep said. These young kids have to understand, once you grown, you grown. The decision that you make, the choices that you make, all comes down to you. You have a whole responsibility to yourself that I have no idea, I'm not a part of no more. It is not my job to get involved in your married life. That's your job and your business. So everything else that you have to do has nothing to do with me. Okay? You figure this out for yourself. I cannot, nope. Because right now, this is all you. How are you going to maneuver with being a wife to a man that might do jail time? And do you have any connection or relationship with the mother of his kids? How is that going to work? That's a lot right on your shoulders with having a career and also almost being a step parent to kids that I don't even see on the show, that I don't even see him be around. Okay. Um, at this point, she's not even sure if she was going to go. And then Marie made a joke about how this is the second wedding you might not be invited to. Egypt was in the studio with Sam making terrible music. Her father, her stepmom, and Lazy Bone comes in. She takes her stepmom outside, tells her, I'm getting married today. Stunned, shocked. Why? Because of everything that's been going on, everything they've been going through, this is the right time to do it. Are you sure? She's sure. Does your father know? It is Sam's responsibility to tell her father. Okay, leave the hard work to him. So, while knowing what Sam has been going through, Tretch wants to know, has he been getting right? Since his court got pushed back, what have you been doing in the meantime to keep yourself from getting into trouble? He's not drinking. He's been focusing on music, focusing on himself, getting his mind right. With what's going on with Peppa and Egypt, I don't know why, but Egypt felt like her mom took this hard and that she wasn't being honest with her feelings. She wasn't being honest with herself. I feel like she was being very honest with herself. She was honest with her feelings. She's told you more than once she don't think this is a good idea. Are you not recognizing how hard this is? Are you not recognizing how this is a very rash decision? Do you not know what comes with this? I just feel like Egypt wishes that everybody would just support her and not question it, but that's not going to happen. If you want people to just support you, they will, but you're not giving the people to be honest about what they don't like about it. Even if it was to hurt your feelings, you're not giving them the space to be honest because you want them to just support you without saying anything. And that's not good. That's still giving Egypt the freedom into everything that she does, and she doesn't take responsibility of her actions because you guys are going to support it anyway without giving her honest feedback. How y'all really feel about this? as Peppa being extremely honest, I want Tretch and his wife to be honest about it, because Tretch, you were definitely on the fence of allowing Sam to marry your daughter because of the situation that he's in. You said to him, "Don't have my daughter in no bullshit. That's my baby girl." And you got her in this shit, and you asked me to marry you. You asked me my permission to marry my daughter, and you got her in this bullshit. I think I should renege on you marrying my daughter. You know what I mean? But basically, it is what it is. And then it was a quick call with Cree. Cree got a phone call from Eric to invite her to his father's event, and he wanted to make sure that Cree came correct. No uncontrollable actions. Cree says she's always in control of her actions, and even if she had to slap somebody, she's in control of her actions. Fine, Cree. Deflect and justify your means for being a bully. Good night. So we're back to the studio, and Sam tells the boys that court date got pushed back. This was supposed to be his court date, but since he got pushed back, Egypt made it clear they're getting married today. Now, of course, Tretch is like, okay, I'm confused. What's going on here? You know what I'm saying? Um, he's like, I mean, when I asked you, I told you what did I expect for you when you asked to marry my daughter, to protect her. Don't have her in no bullshit. You got her in the shit that could end it for both of y'all, right? But I still stand on giving my permission to marry my daughter. I said, Tretch, I was here for you, and then I wasn't here for you. How can you still okay this? I really don't understand. Like, what has Sam showed you that he's trying to do better? That he is really owning up to his mistakes? Because again, I am lost with the situation that he's in. The story keeps changing. I haven't found anything online. So what's going on here? But he gives him permission. He says, you have my permission to marry my daughter. And he said, that's my baby girl. Anybody who hurts my baby girl is an enemy to me. I'm letting you know now. But I'm like, you should have been giving him the alert. Like, are you really passing off this strike? Well, fine. Fine. Eric, this event he had for his dad, it was cool. It started to rain, but it was cool. He had Corrupt there. He had DJ Yella there because they were a part of the growing hip-hop industry. DJ Yella was a father figure to Eric, and he kept him out of trouble. He loves that Eric is following his father's footsteps, making a name for himself, because he still wants to make it a positive energy versus the documentary that his other sisters were involved in, because the documentary was about his death, not about what he pioneered for the rap crew, for the rap industry, right? What else happened? Sequoia came. Who else came? Vanessa came. I'm so blank right now because I just like, what the heck happened in this scene? Twist came. Peppa and Tyran walked in. Twist gave Peppa props, flowers, because I've always recognized you as a legend in this game. You always respect as a legend in this game. I appreciate you. It's all from love here. Eric spoke to Peppa about what's been going on in Sam's case, because he's been privy to what's been going on. All she told him was the court date got pushed back because she's not really ready to talk about the wedding. She doesn't know where her mind is at because this is a lot to take on right now. Sean and TT arrive, and Eric got on my nerves again because he still wants to bring up that him and TT had a flirtatious past. That's why he didn't get an invite to the wedding, him and his wife. Eric, you living in the land of milk and cookies. You're going to have to miss me with that. You did not have a flirtatious past with TT. TT never saw it for you, and she didn't invite you because you're messy, and I'm going to need you to get over it. Thank you very much. So TT and Peppa have a nice moment about laughing what's been happening at her wedding, because she told them she lost her ring, and then she received a message from Peppa. Maybe the spirits might have wanted her wedding day to be a shit show, but they laughed about it. It was a nice moment. So then Cree shows up, and it is awkward for Sequoia and her mom, because even though Cree and Sequoia did have a conversation, Sequoia still feels like there is some underlying issue. There is some things that haven't been fully addressed. And right now, I'm not ready to be at some point where I can say, "Hey, girl, how you doing?" Now, her mom wants to push Sequoia into having a conversation again so they can all be on the same chord. But she understands you, Mama. But right now, not. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. And then Cree didn't even say hi. She didn't do anything. She just walked out. I mean, not walked out, but she just walked past her, right? And Sequoia is not going to be forcing somebody to have a conversation if they're not ready. Do what it do. I'm not. I'm done. I'm not going to do that. And I'm not even mad at Sequoia for that because I do feel like while they did have a conversation, I never did see Cree actually take accountability for her actions. Never did. For that situation, no, I didn't see it. But we're going to move on from that. Um, TT and Cree have a conversation, and Cree admitted that she did overreact and took what she thought TT had said about her being a professional in her business too much because it wasn't that serious because TT never talked about her business. All she said was you were being unprofessional with you were listening to a rumor that my cousin made about me and my relationship. And I never hired you to be my wedding planner, but that was still messy. Never had an issue with you, never had a problem with you. And Cree admitted that I did got a little heated the first time. I never wanted to have a calm conversation, but I'm happy we had to have a calm conversation. Um, then of course, TT was like, at the end of the day, I don't have I don't have a beef with you. I never did, but it gets to the point where it gets annoying because Twitter comes out. Twitter comes out, you are saying things, and I just feel like where is that going? And she admits that she do be saying things on Twitter, and she will do better. It wasn't like that, so they moved on from that. Cool, calm, collected. Good night. I'm done. Eric, thanks everybody for coming out. Happy for the hip hop legends who came in the building. This was a good time. I'm happy y'all are here. At the end of the episode, we see Egypt and Sam get married. Now, when it came down to the preparation of getting married, Peppa did come because she remembered the first time that Egypt and Sam tried to elope, they stopped it. So she came, tried to remind Peppa that the decision that she made is her decision. We cannot always understand it, but we have to support it because that's our daughter. We love her. Because he wants to remind her that we did things that we wanted to do without nobody telling us what to do. When we got married, we didn't care what nobody else think. And I want you to remember that while you are her mom, you have to support her decisions. But I also feel like, while that's all good and dandy, but this isn't going to work. I don't understand. Like, why are you okay in this? This is not going to work. This was a bad idea from the start. Now, I get you trying to tell Peppa that we did things crazy young, too. We made rash decisions, and we never really, got the support from our families, but we did anyway. But that's not good. I think Peppa wanted her daughter to find a different path and not hers. But she still wants to hold her ground with saying, I'm supportive, but I still don't like this. So Egypt and her have a small conversation about, listen, I wish this was under different circumstances, but I'm supporting. I still don't like it. So Egypt and Sam recite their vows to one another and they get married, and that was the end of season 6. Thank you, Jesus. Oh my God, I got an extreme headache from doing this, but I'm happy this season's over. It is what it was. Y'all started out so good this season and y'all just fizzled out. So I hope y'all come back next season with something much more better. I did find out that Sean and TT will not be coming back. They will be leaving the show. I'm happy about that as well. But that's it, you guys. That's all I have. Please stay tuned for my next video, and I'm gonna see you guys later. Bye.